Today, 62 years ago, we achieved flag independence and reclaimed our dignity from the British colonial masters to stand and live on our own and to chart a new progressive path for the collective good of our people as an independent nation. Our founding fathers believed strongly in the promise of independence and the boundless potential of our people to build a nation that will be respected for its greatness and contributions to the advancement of the black race in particular and the world at large. The founding fathers were clear in their vision and overly patriotic in their mission to build a truly federal, democratic, and prosperous nation guided by a truly federal constitution, the rule of law, and the timeless values of equity, justice, and social solidarity. Sadly, this great vision was short-lived, and the march toward the nation's advancement was aborted and replaced by a strange, problematic, and dysfunctional federal system of governance by the illegal military adventurers. Although we have been a constitutional democracy since 1999, deliberate constitutional distortions, institutional weaknesses, and widespread corruption continue to prevent us from enjoying a robust democratic practice, including free and fair elections, the rule of law, and social justice from taking root in our country. This is not to say that Nigeria has not made any progress as a nation. Certainly, we have achieved some visible developmental strides and economic progress as Africa's largest economy. The fact that we have remained together despite the current conflicts and crisis of confidence is also worth celebrating as an achievement. But after 62 years, Nigeria deserves more than what it has achieved, and Nigerians likewise deserve more than what their leaders have delivered to them with the country's enormous natural and human resources. Over the last 7 years, the economic and social conditions of our country keep deteriorating under the All Progressive Congress-led government, which is totally lost in what further measures to take to free or ameliorate the predicaments they have visited on Nigerians. Life is sacrosanct, but the present federal government has failed in the most basic duty to the nation to protect the lives and property of its citizens. Under their watch, infrastructure across all sectors, including roads, education, and healthcare, has collapsed. Tertiary education has remained comatose for over 7 months, and with no employment opportunities, the federal government continues to toy with the future of the youth. Healthcare delivery is a nightmare across the country, with ordinary citizens unable to access necessary medical services. Crime and physical violence are almost out of control across the country. No one and nowhere, including schools, churches, and mosques, is safe anymore, as everyone now lives in fear, agony, and limitations. And with compulsive corruption, insecurity, low export earnings, protracted forex crisis, and economy so close to bankruptcy, the untold suffering and hopeless future among Nigerians will continue if something is not done to improve the quality of political leadership in our country. Nigeria's current economic, social, and security situation can rapidly be resolved with new leadership that is courageous, decisive, purposeful, and able to take the country in a new direction that will curb corruption, stop unsustainable debts, and drive economic growth to create jobs and prosperity for all citizens. At 62, our country and our people deserve access to sustainable economic opportunities, a friendly business environment, stable and affordable energy, gainful employment, quality and affordable healthcare and education across all levels, an effective public transport system, food security, and a better quality of life, not the hardship, sufferings, and hopeless future of the present. We therefore need a government that cares about the unity of the country and the well-being of its citizens, a government that religiously commits to changing the present circumstances of the people and making life more meaningful for everyone. Interestingly, that is what we have been doing without holding back in the 7 years for our people here in Rivers State. We have provided road infrastructure in quality and quantity that are unmatched by any previous government since the creation of our state. No state, not even the federal government, can boast of the simultaneous construction of 12 flyovers and other major roads across the state in 3 years with Julius Berger Nigeria Limited as the contractor. But that is what our government has successfully executed. Additionally, the tremendous support we are giving to the federal security agencies has resulted in curbing crimes and made Rivers State one of the safest states in the country to invest, live, and bring up our children, including securing important legal victories that enabled us to recover several oil wells and gas fields hitherto denied to the state by the federal government. The 13% and other derivation funds from these oil fields have added appreciable resources to the state's revenue base, which we are deploying to accelerate the development of our state. We have also not given up in our determination to right the injustice associated with the collection and distribution of value-added taxes generated from the state by the federal government, just as we again call on the Supreme Court to please treat this matter with the urgency that it requires. This is the last time I will have the privilege of addressing this August ceremony as the governor of Rivers State. Let me therefore use the opportunity to thank the good people of Rivers State and Nigerians across the country for your prayers and the support you have ceaselessly given to our government from the beginning to date. We could not have achieved much without your support, and we are happy that today we can all stand up and together say with all boldness that Rivers State is the pride of the nation in good governance and delivery of development infrastructure. We may not have achieved all that we promised, but we have delivered significant milestones on our development programs for the next government to consolidate and expand. But before then, be assured that we shall continue to work and deliver development projects to all parts of the state until our last day in office, when our mandate will expire. Finally, as we celebrate our 62 Independence Day, let us all believe and continue to keep faith that we can together rescue, rebuild, and restore our nation to greatness and create the bright future we want for ourselves, our children, and our grandchildren. I therefore call on all citizens to stand up and participate effectively in the 2023 general elections by voting for the right leaders with the capacity to successfully drive our collective aspirations to build a united, secure, and prosperous nation. We further call on the Independent National Electoral Commission to save our democracy by fulfilling its promise to ensure that the votes of Nigerians count. Thank you for your kind attention as I wish you all Nigerians a happy 62 Independence Day. May God bless our nation, Nigeria.